Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has fired 26 federal government agency chief executives hired by his predecessor Goodluck Jonathan. Local media had indicated that up to 35 of them would be relieved of their duties by the end of the week. Buhari directed that senior officers oversee the organizations pending substantive appointments. Nigerian newspaper This Day had reported that members of the ruling All Progressives Congress had been mounting pressure on the president to remove heads appointed by the Jonathan administration, irrespective of the state of their tenures and other laws stipulated for their removal. Buhari late Monday replaced the head of budget after just 6 months after Parliament refused to approve the spending plan for being riddled with errors.
The political opposition thinks it's being targeted, but logically, they just left office now. And if you're looking for government money that has been taken away, that money will be with people who had been in government. Our party people, the APC, were not in government. They were victims of this syndication of corruption and its effect on society. It will not be charitable to go and bring them in just because you want to present a balanced picture, before the public.
Sophia Dengo now joins us from Abuja with more details. Sophia, what key agencies were affected by this move and how has the public received it?
Well, Penina, just as you have heard from the presidential spokesperson there, Garba Shehu, there are key indicators that indeed some of the appointees are leaning towards the All Progressives Party, Nigeria's current President Buhari's party. And let me read some of those for you. The Petroleum Product and Pricing Regulatory Agency, seeing changes there. The Agency of Public Procurement, one of those key agencies that has to do with large sums of money coming in and out of the budget. Nigeria's social security body, and also various forms of Nigeria's media arms that belong to government. In addition, there is this mention of the budget and planning. As you know, President Muhammadu Buhari has been trying to pass his $6 trillion budget that has been lingering at the National Assembly for almost 6 months now. And he has replaced key individuals there in budget and planning, notably Tijani Abdullahi, who will be replacing the current, member representative there in order to get this budget passed. A lot of opposition has been, focused on this budget planning with almost 300% increase in capital expenditure, which of course has caused a lot of controversy in the past, documents going missing on the floor of the National Assembly, as well as errors here and there. So it would be interesting to see how these changes affect the budget and planning. It's interesting, a lot of people have asked what's the reaction? What is the public really thinking about these changes? And are they indeed leaning towards politics? And a lot of people here tend to believe that APC loyalists are really seeking for compensation for the contribution that they made during the campaign era and the All Progressives Party being ushered in now as the ruling party here in Nigeria. And in response to that, the national chairman of the All Progressives Party has said this. He has said that we should take over and they should be people who believe in change. And we have no apologies about that. Penina.
So, Sophie, should we expect any more sackings this week?
Well, it's interesting. I think there should be more sackings this week, but there should be more sackings this year. President Muhammadu Buhari has always asserted that if indeed he received word from whichever agency around the country, that he would not step back and simply assume that just because he's being supported either by a fellow party member or if somebody does not seem to be doing what they are supposed to be, that he would not hesitate in replacing that individual or that government agency head. It's interesting to note that President Muhammadu Buhari, right from the onset, literally within 100 days of his office, has done nothing but make changes, either in the military, in key areas of finance, in the petroleum industry. He himself appointing himself as the chief minister in the petroleum sector. So it's interesting. This is not unusual, but what makes these particular sackings unusual and replacements, or we can easily call reshuffling, is the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari is now looking to his political stock and placing them in these key areas and, phasing out a lot of the appointees that were under the Goodluck Jonathan administration. Penina.
All right, Sophia Dengo there in Abuja, thank you.